Use Claude code as MTV instructor. Install MTV skills using the install.sh script, or Claude use plugins. Check for the available skills. In this demo, we will use the Cubectal MTV, Govk vSphere, and the health skills. Let's ask Claude to walk us through a basic migration flow. We let it know what tools we have and that we already logged into the relevant clusters. We give some hints about what we want to learn. Claude starts by checking the source cluster using Govk CLI tool and check our target cluster using awk CLI command. We allow Claude to use the tools. Claude is collecting information about our cluster, nodes, memory, and storage. This information will help decide what workloads we can migrate and how. Note that fetching metrics fail due to missing certificates. We can later provide a certificate. Now Claude checks the source cluster VMs. Claude retry to fetch metrics. Now it uses the -k flag to skip certificate validation and gets the local cluster storage information. We will use this information when planning our migration. Now Claude checks for CNV, MTV, and the node's memory status. Once the query step is done, Claude has prepared a report about our cluster status. We can see our OCP version, memory and storage status, the virtualization support status, and the information gathered from vSphere. Now we instruct Claude to do deep investigation into our storage or virtualization operator state. Claude suggests to continue the guided tour and prepare our first migration. We deep dive into checking the MTV operator health and if we have a VDDK image installed. This cluster already has VDDK image configured. We will use our vSphere credentials to connect MTV to the vSphere cluster. Claude shows us how to create a new vSphere provider. We don't have a valid certificate. Creating the provider fails. Claude will now try to configure the provider without certificate validation. First attempt fails because Claude used the wrong flag. It will fix itself by using the help flag to find the correct flag. We learned how to create our provider and how to solve simple issues. Our first vSphere provider is ready and shows 184 VMs and 4 networks. Let's check the inventory and look for our VM in the new providers list of available virtual machines. Claude uses the query flag to filter the VMs list. Claude does a check of storage and network settings. We can now create our first migration plan. For our first tutorial, Claude will migrate only one VM. Now let's check our first migration plan. Continue to ask and guide Claude for more information about migration scenarios and options.